This is definitely a movie made for the Monkey King. The special effects alone cost $3 billion, and during its release, it made $10 billion at the box office, breaking 19 records in China. Donnie Yen plays the Monkey King. His move, Heaven and Earth, is unbeatable. He even broke the Bull Demon King's horn, disfiguring him. When his wife saw him again, he was a one-legged white bull. In the past, Sun Wukong sought resurrection skills and went to the Heavenly Court. But at the Southern Heavenly Gate, Erlang Shen's shadow blocked him. He didn't believe Sun Wukong could pass because, in the Gods and Demons War years ago, soldiers fought soldiers, generals fought generals, and the Jade Emperor fought the Bull Demon King. They battled for hundreds of rounds without a winner. The Jade Emperor infused his power into the Dragon Inscription Sword. The sword couldn't absorb the Emperor's spirit, so he leapt and became a dragon. The Bull Demon King tried to resist but was flown by the Jade Emperor. Even his weapon, the Heaven Opening Axe, was broken by a tail. In the Bull Demon King's terrified eyes, the Jade Emperor kicked him, then exerted force, making the Bull Demon King. The Jade Emperor, feeling compassion, banished them to Flame Mountain, never to approach the Heavenly Court again. Although the gods won the war, the Heavenly Palace was left in ruins. The Nuwa sword, sacrificing herself, transformed into countless colorful crystals to repair the Heavenly Palace and set up the Southern Heavenly Gate with a crystal array as protection. Anyone from the demon world who approaches will be reduced to ashes, and the most special crystal fell to the mortal world. Nurtured by the spiritual energy as heaven and earth, a spiritual monkey was born. Under the guidance of Patriarch Bodhi, the good and evil Sun Wukong quickly learned the 72 transformations and the art of cloud somersault. He mastered these divine powers to perfection. Now, the Golden Stone town of the Southern Heavenly Gate is no challenge for him because he and the Golden Stone share the same origin. The Golden Stone naturally won't attack him. Sun Wukong thus smoothly entered the Heavenly Palace. While he was roaming the sky, he saw the Jade Emperor comforting the Dragon Horse. He somersaulted to the Jade Emperor's side, helped the Dragon Horse stand, and removed its burdens one by one. Under Wukong's actions, the Dragon Horse instantly became lively. He then asked the Jade Emperor, "Who am I?" "You are Sun Wukong." As they laughed, Erlang Shen and Patriarch Bodhi arrived. Everyone knelt before the Jade Emperor, except Wukong, who was still breathing. Erlang Shen stood up to scold him, but the Jade Emperor didn't blame him and instead asked Wukong what he wanted. Wukong replied that he wanted to learn the art of resurrection. "Why learn to resurrect the dead? I wouldn't have to watch my monkeys die one by one. The Jade Emperor taught me that the path to immortality is extremely difficult and not achieved overnight. Only when Wukong truly understands life and death can he learn resurrection." Then he pointed to the Dragon Horse galloping in the sky, saying it was destined to meet Wukong, and appointed him as the Heavenly Horsekeeper. But when Wukong arrived, he found the Heavenly Horses listless. Even their eating, drinking, and sleeping were scheduled. At this moment, Erlang Shen came to provoke him, demanding that anyone who saw his silver robe and golden armor must kneel. Wukong had never bowed even in the Imperial City, let alone to a three-eyed Erlang Shen. Erlang Shen repeatedly lashed out at Wukong, then took his anger out on the innocent Heavenly Horses. But he was also whipped twice by Wukong's tail. "I'm Pilwin, and I call the shots here," Wukong declared, opening the gate to let the horses run free, not knowing this was exactly what Erlang Shen wanted. Breaking the heavenly rules, Erlang Shen, despite his silver robe and golden armor, was only assigned to guard the Southern Heavenly Gate by the Jade Emperor, essentially just a gatekeeper. Dissatisfied, he conspired with the Bull Demon King to overthrow the heavens. Wukong accidentally entered the Forbidden Alchemy Chamber. To prevent a major mistake, Bodhi released the binding thread to restrain him. At this time, Erlang Shen arrived with heavenly soldiers, while Wukong fought them. He used magic to make Bodhi's binding thread slip, allowing the soldiers to beat Wukong. Then he mocked and falsely accused Wukong of stealing the jade flute and elixir. In truth, Wukong had no such intentions, but Yang Jian took advantage of his weakness, striking him with the god-beating whip, repeatedly hitting him towards the alchemy furnace's entrance. Wukong bit the binding thread, tearing off a small piece that fell into the furnace and turned to ashes. Yang Jian taunted him, suggesting that to escape the binding thread, he must jump into the furnace. The Bodhi Alliance intervened, knowing the furnace's fire was the Samadhi true fire, and entering it meant near certain death for Wukong. Yet, Wukong leapt into the furnace. Inside, it was like a small world with lightning and thunder, and the Samadhi true fire caused him immense pain. Wukong used the true fire to successfully free himself from the binding thread. At this moment, he seemed to have unlocked the Hellfire skin, absorbing the alchemy furnace's energy and swallowing the Jade Emperor's 3 elixirs. Then, he shot 2 golden beams skyward, causing the furnace to explode from the energy. Wukong was reborn, but Yang Jian was pleased. Though he made Wukong heir, the reborn Wukong wouldn't let him go. He swung a pot-sized fist at Yang Jian's face. "Remember my name. I am the great sage equal to heaven, Sun Wukong." He unleashed a flurry of punches, forcing Yang Jian to retreat. Seizing the chance, he pinned Yang Jian down and beat him. Poor Yang Jian, with his 3 eyes and golden armor, was powerless. Just as Wukong was about to strike, Yang Jian vanished. But Wukong, with his fiery eyes, wasn't fooled. He swung his staff, striking Yang Jian to the ground, who turned into smoke and disappeared. Bodhi Jade stepped forward, chasing after him, but was stopped by the Jade Emperor. He chose to leave on his own, and none of us can stop him. But when they looked up, they saw a powerful aura gathering in the sky, indicating that the situation was beyond their control. Meanwhile, Sun Wukong returned to Flower Fruit Mountain, only to find anger and countless dead monkeys. Even his good friend, the little fox, couldn't escape the disaster. Wukong, seeing such a tragic scene, was heartbroken. He tried to use the resurrection technique to bring everyone back to life, but he hadn't truly ascended to immortality and couldn't change the cycle of life and death. He couldn't perform the resurrection technique. Reluctantly, he buried the bodies of the monkeys. Just as he was in despair, the Bull Demon King arrived and revealed the truth. The Heavenly Court had suddenly attacked Flower Fruit Mountain. He then cast a spell to recreate the scene of that day. The heavenly soldiers, armed with bows and arrows, slaughtered the monkeys of Flower Fruit Mountain. The situation was dire, and they didn't take us seriously. If we hesitate any longer, Flower Fruit Mountain will become another flaming mountain. Great sage, today let's march to the southern heavenly gate and strike the hall of celestial purity. The heavenly court's arrogance is intolerable. Overcome with grief and anger, Wukong immediately charged towards the heavenly court, unaware that it was all part of the Bull Demon King's plot. Days earlier, the demons of the Demon Clan had thrown themselves into the lava, their bodies decaying and releasing endless demonic resentment and unstoppable force. This was the Bull Demon King's bold move to attack the heavenly court. The creatures of Flower Fruit Mountain were slaughtered by him, and he blamed the heavenly court to incite conflict. Countless heavenly soldiers charged at Sun Wukong. Wukong plucked a tuft of monkey hair and transformed it into monkeys. Monkeys and their offspring battled fiercely with the heavenly soldiers. The usually boastful heavenly soldiers were utterly defeated. Facing the heavenly army's grand formation, he used his old tricks again. Countless monkeys transformed from him, and the formation, which the heavens prided themselves on, didn't last 3 seconds before being broken. Sun Wukong charged through the heavenly defenses as if no one was there. The Jade Emperor couldn't stop him and transformed into a dragon to confront Wukong. You come, Wukong. It seems inevitable now. You killed my friend. At Flower Mountain, the heavens wouldn't do such a thing, but Wukong, blinded by hatred, couldn't listen to reason. The Jade Emperor had no choice but to fight fire with fire. Meanwhile, the Bull Demon King arrived, using his magic axe to summon the sage's fragmented energy. The fragmented energy dispersed, attacking the heavenly soldiers, rendering them powerless. Erlang Shen seized the moment, no longer disguising himself, and controlled the celestial dog to fight the heavenly soldiers. With their combined efforts, the heavens had no power to fight back. As soon as the Patriarch Bodhi arrived at the battlefield, he was killed by the Bull Demon King's fragmented energy. Wukong was shocked to see the fragmented energy on his master's body and realized he had been used by the Bull Demon King. Overwhelmed with guilt and remorse, he was in immense pain but couldn't change anything. Even with a heart full of vengeance, the Bull Demon King knocked him away with a single blow, then headed towards the Jade Emperor with his axe. Each swing of the magic axe caused a large piece of dragon scales to fall. After a heavy blow from the Bull Demon King, the Jade Emperor was left powerless and fell into a deep sleep. Yang Jian took the opportunity to charge at him, intending to kill the Jade Emperor with one strike. Seeing this, Wukong leapt up to stop Yang Jian, striking him on the head with his staff, rendering him powerless. Wukong wanted to pursue but was enveloped by a mass of debris. He then broke through the fragmented energy. At this moment, the Bull Demon King slowly approached the Lingxiao throne and sat on the Jade Emperor's seat as he wished. But in the next second, Wukong held the golden staff, pierced through the Lingxiao palace. Then the two engaged in a fierce battle. With the magic axe's enhancement, the Bull Demon King's power was overwhelming. Wukong had no power to fight back, and even his golden staff was taken by the opponent. This heavy blow knocked Wukong out, sending him into a dream world where he saw Guanyin. If you were born immortal, why suffer? If immortal, why face evil karma? With Guanyin's guidance, Wukong understood the true meaning of resurrection. Reborn, he became the invincible Monkey King again. Facing another attack, he caught it easily and sent the Bull Demon King flying. Knowing he was no match, the Bull Demon King turned into a giant demon. Wukong revealed his true power, using forbidden techniques to summon a massive planet, pummeling the Bull Demon King. He grabbed the bull's horns, spun him 6 times, and threw him to the human world, breaking one horn. Severely injured, the Bull Demon King returned to his original form, enjoying his family. Meanwhile, the heavenly court lay in ruins. He asked the Jade Emperor, "It's a mess. We need to fix this. How many years will it take?" "Probably hundreds, really."
Yeah.